Hi everybody, this is Javier with a quick tutorial on how splits work in the specialized markets. We're going to start by talking about the parties involved in the specialized markets themselves. First of all, we have the opener, which is the person that is responsible for putting that event or staff meeting on the calendar itself. Now, this person is also responsible for purchasing, if you would, the sports equipment and making sure that the sports equipment is on site the day of the presentation. The presenter is the person that actually goes up there and conducts the presentation itself. And then the closers are, of course, the people that come in and actually handle the appointments and close the business by submitting the applications. Now, in a perfect world, the opener, presenter, and the closer should be the same person. If I open up ABC Elementary for a staff meeting next Tuesday, the day of the event, I'm going to bring the sports equipment. I'm also going to present, and I'm going to pick up as many of the appointments as I possibly can that are generating at the event. Now, that's powerful for a couple of different reasons. First of all, presenters that also close have a much higher success rate because the attendees always view the presenter as the ultimate authority in the subject matter. And so again, you want to make sure that when possible, all three segments here are going to be, you're going to conduct all three responsibilities, and in the process, no splits to anybody because it's the same person. Now, on top of that, we do have to bring closers to most of our events simply because we don't have the ability to handle the overflow. So that same staff meeting that I booked, I've got 25 appointments. I might keep 15 of them, but 10 I'm going to have to assign to somebody, and that's where the splits come in. The reality is that in most cases, yes, we do rely on other closers, and so therefore splits are sometimes necessary for a number of different reasons, including handling of cells that an opener can't or simply won't handle or close themselves. So if I, for whatever reason, go ahead and open up 2 staff meetings on the same day, I'm going to go ahead and conduct the presentation at one school, but I might need somebody else to present and close at the other, and so on. Also, there are times where we need to train new agents, or what we call training cells, and the difference between a traditional split and a training cell is that during a training cell, in order for me to take the split of a training cell, I must help the new agent by training them on every aspect of that cell. How we contact the prospect or the teacher, how we present at appointment 1, how we handle appointment 2, and walk the agent through all of the paperwork that we might need to do, whether it be an application for an IUL or an annuity. And again, that's different than just a straight split, and a bunch of other reasons as well. Now, here's the magic word: generally. Generally, splits are conducted as follows. Generally, openers who do not participate in the sales process receive a 25% split. So what that means is that if I open up a school, but I'm not going to participate, I'm not going to be trained on any of those sales, and I just give a closer 10 of those appointments, then I'm going to take a 25% split. Also, generally, closers who handle every aspect of the sale take the full 75 because, again, they are handling everything from beginning to end. Generally, training cells with openers who participate in every aspect of the sale take a 50% split, and that's the training cell I was referring to earlier, especially when it comes to new people. If you're going to take a 50% split, you must involve them in every aspect of the cell. Now, generally, split cells are divided as agreed upon by all parties before the presentation takes place. So please don't ever go as an either closer or as somebody who's going to take a split without having agreed upon the splits before you went in. And the splits are going to be based on numerous factors, including that we do have some closers that are very, very good at what they do, and therefore they command a higher split. So if you don't think that someone is worth an 80% split that they're asking for, simply go to somebody else. And the magic here is to make sure you iron out all these issues before the presentation takes place. And at that point, it's going to be too late, and you're going to generate friction that nobody wants or needs. Ultimately, splits can be divided however all parties agree, and it is crucial that all split agreements be emailed to all parties before the presentation takes place to avoid any issues. This is very important. So if I'm going to go ahead and conduct a staff meeting presentation that I opened up next Tuesday, and I need a closer, and I invite Agent Mike with me, I'm going to send Mike an email saying, hey, Mike, just to confirm that you're going to be taking a 75% split on the leads that I assigned to you, but I'm not going to be involved in any aspect. And that's it, because Mike might come back and say, no, I actually prefer if you gave me 80%. Now, that might be based on this agent's closing ratio, success ratio, points, income, whatever. And then the decision is for me to make that, yeah, I think this person is that good, so I'm going to give them the full 80% that they're asking for. Or I'm going to simply say, Mike, you know what, I just don't feel comfortable with that, but thank you for letting me know, and I'll go to somebody else. And once I do agree upon any split with any agent, the email will follow immediately. And then that way there's always something to point back at and say, look, here's where it simply said that you were going to take a 75% split and I was going to get the 25% split. And then there's no way to confuse any of the facts at that point. So again, it's open to any way you want to split it as long as all parties agree and an email is sent out to the same parties. But having said that, the magic word here, of course, is generally. I think that everybody should focus on opening their own schools, presenting at their own schools, and closing their own business. But there are times when, again, we do need to bring split agents, and this system has worked for us for many, many, many years and will continue to do so as long as you do your part. And again, clarify any and all splits ahead of time and do so with documentation via email. All right, thank you so much. Wish you the best of luck and thank you for all that you do.